I'm Sai. I'm here with Ninja Frye, and we're going to be filling in a Pokemon favorites list. This is a pick your favorite Pokemon list. However, if you do not know Ninja Frye, please, it's about time you got to get to know them. So, over to you, Ninja.
Hi everyone, I am NinjaFrye. I am a disabled gay variety streamer on Twitch, but I also do my own YouTube channel and a bunch of other things that I just enjoy. Yeah, I play a lot of different games. I am truly in love with Pokemon. I have been since I was about 5, so yeah.
So, just out of interest, how did you sort of begin in content creation?
So I began in content creation. So I grew up in a very competitive gaming household. My oldest brother was a semi-pro in Halo Reach for a couple of years, so I went to MLG tournaments when I was younger. And I always watched YouTubers, I think a lot of people around our age watch YouTube for like a long time. And it stems from that. But I really started getting my flow into content creation because I really enjoy it. I love meeting new people and getting a connection that way. So, but when I graduated high school in 2016, I was supposed to go to college. I was going to be a motivational speaker. I was going to first I was going to do communications, then do motivational speaking. And then my dad was just like, look, if you want to do streaming full time, I will fully support you. It's fine.
That's really good.
I'm really glad that he gave me a chance because I get to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah. And to be honest, this particular competition that we're in at the moment is one of those moments where you do get to meet a lot of really cool people. Oh my word, hang on. I've just noticed you picked Tangela. That's a really good shout. It's so underused.
Yeah, I really do like Tangela because when I was a kid, I think a lot of people like to know what Tangela was. Behind their hair, kind of thorn things. I don't know what they were called.
To be fair, like it's actually really interesting when you get to see all the different choices that people make with these types of lists. It's really intriguing to kind of see.
Yeah, Pokemon was like my first introduction. My first introduction to anime was Pokemon, and I just always loved it. I don't know what it is about these pocket monsters, I guess. So I don't know. I enjoy it. I see Pokemon, but like I want to click on every of their like evolution line. I just really enjoy Pokemon. I really enjoy it.
Like actually, you spoke a little bit about motivational speaking. I'm just going to clap back to that a little bit. What sort of pushed you to consider that option? Because I'm assuming you've probably done some, I would guess, if you were considering it that much.
So I really never did any motivational speaking before I wanted to go into college. I was just told from a very young age that I'm a very empathetic person, and I've gone. I hate saying this, but it's true. I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, personally, and with my disability as well. I come from a very not sad background. Just everyone has a story, and I've come from a parents that were divorced at a young age, and I was just in a very dark place when I was a teenager, and I don't know, it just helps me learn that, a lot of people need to smile, and I just like to make people happy and smile.
And honestly, right, that is literally my sort of mantra. Because I've personally always wanted to like build on community, and that has always been sort of one of my main drives, is making sure that the people who join in are actually having fun. And if I know, like, if at the end of a stream I know that somebody has walked away and been like, great stream, having a great time, been really fun, that makes me feel like job done, brilliant, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's why I like streaming and content creation, because it allows you to be, you know, your authentic self. And I feel like a lot of people, when they've gone through high school or just school in general, you felt this sense of, okay, no one else is like me, you know. And which is true, from everyone is different in their own way, but when you meet someone who has the same values as you, not values, but the same walk of life, but they look different from you, it makes you think.
Steelix is a great shout, by the way. Again, completely underused.
I love Steelix so much.
Yeah.
For some reason.
That's good. That's good. I have a lot of love for the way that you're doing this, actually, because it makes me very happy.
I appreciate it. But yeah, no, for those of you that don't know, like, my disability is cerebral palsy. If you guys don't know what that is, I will explain to you. It's basically my muscles get tighter as I get older. My muscles and hamstrings will just get tighter as I get older, and there's no fixing it. You know, it's not a disease. You know, and like a lot of people have like told me like, oh, so it's a disease. Like, no, not really. It's just something that, like, I'm not dying from it. It's just something that will always be there, and I am unable to walk on my own. And so I use a power chair.
I think it's actually very inspiring to see people with disabilities powering on and owning it almost, and making it, turning what people would perceive as a weakness into their strength. And I think that is very, very inspiring, which I suppose probably ties into what you wanted to do with motivational speaking. I think there's a lot of relativity in that across the communities. So yeah, hats off to you. Absolutely hats off to you. Out of interest, just going to clap back to Pokemon a little bit. What was the first Pokemon game you played?
Jeez, you're gonna make me think. And you're gonna make me feel old too.
Not as old as I am, I bet.
Pokemon. I don't want to say Pokemon Yellow, but all I remember Pokemon Yellow is me only using Venusaur at level 100 Venusaur, and you know, because every 5-year-old just did not know how Pokemon works back in the day. So we just did one Pokemon, you know.
Yep. I went through Pokemon Yellow with a Raticate. That's all I used.
I'm sure a lot of people who are OCD are not liking how I'm doing this, but I have ADD and it's fine.
Do you know what? Do you remember what I said about turning what people perceive as weaknesses into strengths? Own it.
Definitely.
I think this is the way. Like, this is actually a really prime example as to why I wanted to do this type of thing as part of my collaborations, because it literally tells people a lot about the personalities of the other people in this program, in the competition. So I think it's good. It's a good highlight. Oh, what's up?
Wait, Gen 3 only has. Why? I never knew that. Wait.
There's like no poison Pokemon.
There's no poison Pokemon in Gen 3. How did I not remember that?
Swalot's a really good shout. I really like Swalot, but I personally would have picked Viper.
I'm like also trying to, focus on this, but also keep talking at the same time.
I'm gonna pop on to the next question that I had for you though, which is what is it that actually drives you to do content creation? What has been your primary driver?
I don't want to be cheesy, but my dad, he just always instilled in me to do the best that I can. and everything, and he really enjoys me doing this. He thinks it's awesome. He thinks it's so cool that so many different people from different walks of life enjoy my personality, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he always told me never to give up, never to stop. And also, I don't know, like, I really enjoy just meeting people and showing people that, you know, despite your disability, you can be in a space. I've always said that. I will always be a big advocate towards that. I understand that it's hard. I'm not saying that, like, organizations and, you know, gaming companies should hire on or put on more disabled people. Because yes, if I'm not qualified enough to be in a certain org, then I'm not qualified, you know? I'm not gonna hold that against them.
Well, it's all about just showing them exactly who you are, isn't it?
Definitely is.
Yep. It's a very, very important part of the process. Ooh, Drapion, very good.
But yeah, I would say my dad basically is a drive. I'm so glad that my dad taught me from a very young age never to stop and always go forward. And always like that, always go forward.
Yeah, I think that's very powerful. Like, obviously, I know what you're saying with the whole, you don't want to be cheesy, because it's like, because a lot of people are like, I'd like to thank my mom, I'd like to thank my dad, and all this kind of stuff. But I think regardless of whether or not you think it's cheesy, I think that given how much your dad has enabled you to do something that you love is a very, very good reason to have them as your drive, and for them to play that sort of influential role in your life, to have basically pushed you to do the best that you can be. This one's interesting because there isn't any dark types. So you've got missing number, which obviously is the one on the far left, or missing no.
Yeah, missing no was the glitch thing.
Yep.
The ghost was the ghost for Q-Bomb's mom.
Yep.
And this one is that Arigato.
It certainly is.
And that's Kabuto skeleton, and then this.
That is
remember what it said.
It's another glitch. There is another glitch that you can get that creates that. I think you've got a really good personality that, like, it shows that your drive has been a very important part of your life, and mad respect for that. Absolutely mad respect for that, honestly. Now, this might seem pretty pointless of a question now, but what is your favorite game?
Favorite game? There's so many, dude. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Any particular reason?
I just love the story. It was the first game I actually completed by myself, without no help.
Yeah.
Either. And it's one of my first instances of actually gamer rage. I cried at one of the bosses. And threw my controller on the ground. And I was not threw my controller around. I like placed it down and started crying. And my mom came in and was like, "Why are you crying?" And like, he was almost dead and I died, and I just felt like I was crying. Meanwhile,
the passion.
was looking at me like, "Are you okay?" Like, what's
That's
happening?
so good. That's such a good, like, a guttural reaction to that. I so feel that, because there's so many games that are out there that absolutely destroy you with certain things. Oh, that's a Pokemon that hits home for me that you just picked right there. Chandelure is a massive favorite of mine.
Chandelure is such a great Pokemon.
That's a good one.
My god, okay, ice types are like my favorite type.
Oh yeah?
One of my favorites. I know a lot of people don't like them because they're defensively shit.
Yep.
I don't know. Did you do competitive Pokemon?
I don't. It's one of the very few things that I don't do with Pokemon. Literally anything else I will, but competitive I will not. Although I'll let you in a little secret. One of my upcoming collaborations is somebody teaching me how to do competitive Pokemon.
Nice.
So, because I want to learn, so.
I actually did competitive Pokemon for a bit. I learned a lot. I learned about IVs, EVs, what movesets were great. But yeah, no, I actually do want to say this while we're recording, dude. I've said this multiple times. I'm very glad that like I've met you. You have a great energy about you, and it's really awesome to see.
I actually really appreciate that. It's really nice of you to say that. And I put the energy into everything in terms of my content because, like I said, it leads back to that end goal of making someone smile. And if you enjoy my energy and it makes you smile, then it makes me smile. And it means that the job that I've been doing in terms of getting people to be in good spirits, and since my entire community is all about positive vibes, inclusivity, and absolutely just having a good time, then I know I've done right. So, yeah. Thank you. It's been really good to get to know the people across this competition, actually, just because I feel like there's a lot of people that I might not have gotten in touch with if they hadn't like done this part, and that actually has made me sort of take a bit of a step back and think about it. Honestly, I'm actually a bit frustrated. I'm actually a bit annoyed at myself for not like pushing myself a little further. But great shout with Meloetta. I'm really happy with where this has gone. Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more thing now. A couple more things actually eventually, but one more thing for now, which is why did you choose to pursue the Respawn Recruits competition, or Respawn in general as a company?
So I'm laughing because of like how I got into this. So, on August 4th, I followed Respawn on Twitter. I knew who they were, but on the 4th or 5th of August, I followed them. And then on the 7th, I saw their tweet. They retweeted their original tweet. I could be giving them on saying, hey, we're doing a recruitment. And they said, hey, tomorrow is the last day. If you want to join the Discord, get the application. And I was like, I guess I'll give this a try. And so I did.
That's really good.
It was a complete, not accident, but yeah, I almost missed it. So.
Yeah, go on. Yes, Aurorus, what a Pokemon. Sorry. That's actually really cool. That's actually a sort of similar thing for myself. I'd been following them for a little bit longer, but I went through a stint where I hadn't been on Twitter for a while. But I'd taken a break from streaming about I'd say around about 7-8 months ago. I took a little break for a couple of months. But this break originally I hadn't planned to come back. Yep. And I started like, what ended up getting me back into it was back in March. I ended up seeing a notification from a place that I've raised money for this particular charity before, which is the Blue Cross, and they like raise money for pets in need, and that really hits home for me because my cat is a rescue, so it's like very important for me to like be able to support that. So they said, oh, we're doing a charity thing and you've got to stream to get your minutes in and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, do you know what? One last hurrah. We'll see what happens. And if I get back into it, bonus. If I don't, then that's fine. That's acceptable. But I did that on Twitch and really, really enjoyed it. And I got to a point where I decided I didn't really like who I was on Twitch, which sounds really daft, because if you look from the outside, I would probably come across as being a Pokemon creator forever, and that's not the case. In fact, I very rarely played Pokemon games, like live. I would only ever play them personally because I was very greedy with the way that my passion was. I was like, it's me and me alone kind of thing. And I saw, obviously, I now stream on Kick, and I saw that sort of starting to build up and whatnot. So I sort of jumped onto that and used that as an opportunity to completely rebrand myself as a Pokemon creator that is absolutely all about like making sure that everybody's great, and that's not any sort of persona or anything along those lines. That's actually just me. That's just who I am. And I realized that on Twitch I was creating a persona that wasn't who I was, and I was really, really angry with that. So I've used this as a great opportunity to sort of find myself again. And I saw the Respawn stuff come up. I know that they're the type of company that I would that is respectable, because I'm not partnered with any other companies. Like, because I know, like, you'll see a lot of people partner up with like drinks, energy drinks, and all that kind of stuff. I haven't done any of that, but yeah, Respawn is a very good company, and they're very much like a for the creator kind of thing, and for the consumer. They love their fan base, and I've got time for that. So I saw the advert for it, and I was like, do you know what? Let's see what happens. And these last few months have been the best streaming experience I've had in my life. And that's not just with Respawn, that is streaming in general. It has really reinvigorated me to do the best that I can do. So yeah.
No, same here, honestly. Like, I've really enjoyed the people that I've met. You know, it's been a really good time for me.
Yeah, it really has been. So out of all of the moments that have been happening throughout Respawn so far, what has been your favorite? What is the favorite moment that has happened either so far, to come, or whatever?
Okay, yeah. So before I answer that, I'm just so proud of how much I've done on this thing. Anyway, yeah, no, it's gonna be really dumb, but I can't choose one. It's just the vouchers on Mondays and Tuesdays before the announcement of who makes it are insane. Like, the amount of love and joy in this community, like, we've never, like, any of us have never met in person. I'm pretty sure if we all did, it would be awesome. But one of my favorite moments, it's hard. It's so hard. It's not a moment, like a one single moment. It's just, I wish like a best thing, like a best moment. It's not one single moment, but it's just seeing all the love and support that people do when they vouch for people.
Then
like,
that is such a humble answer, actually. That's a really, really good, solid answer, because you can't put a price on friendships, and the amount of people that can see what you're doing and want to shot put you to the moon is so good. It's really inspiring to, like, sort of, like, there is something crazy about opening Twitter up and seeing a few notifications and seeing that you've been tagged as like, yo, I want this person to succeed because kind of post, and it properly makes you be like, wow, it's important. And I think it's really powerful. You're completely right, actually. And you know what? Hats off to you for thinking of that, because I'm not sure I would have come to that conclusion. So yeah, that's a really good one. That is an absolutely amazing one to go with. What even is that Pokemon?
The moons?
Yeah. Is that from... Actually, is this from Sun and Moon?
Yes.
Okay, secret. And you can tell nobody. I never played Sun and Moon.
I love Sun and Moon. So, Sun and Moon to me has a very like specific reason why I love it. Is because whenever these games came out, I came out. So
Ah.
I came out like during the time of its release. Every time I see anything Sun and Moon, I'm like, I came out as gay during these releases.
Was it a good experience for you? Like, not just playing the game, but the actual coming out part of it as well, or?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience. My dad is very, like, he's a very successful person. He's in his late 50s, he's very successful. But he was very open. He was like, I just want you to be happy. If you're happy, I'm cool with it. Like, be safe. Type of thing. Because he knows, you know,
Yeah.
people his face, and some of them aren't, you know, too keen on it. I really, like, I'm so glad I got my dad. You know, it's not even just my dad. A lot of people in my family just, you know, very supportive.
Good. That's exactly what you need from that sort of situation as well, really, isn't it? Like, I suppose there's nothing worse than feeling like you're not being supported, especially with something as sort of, well, as life-defining as that. It's a massive decision. It's a massive, not decision. It's a massive decision. Actually, yeah, it is. It's a massive decision to make to announce it, and you've got to be stupidly brave to actually do it and stuff.
I feel like it shouldn't be this difficult. Just allow your child to be them, because they're adult, you know. Especially if they're coming out in their adult phases. I do think with kids, you do have to like kind of question it a little bit, because they're still, you know, kids. You know, I didn't figure myself out when I was 18. You know. I don't know. I'm me. I know that my sexuality is, you know, not the straight normal sexuality. It's very rainbow-ish. But I'm still me. I'm more than my disability and my sexuality. So that's how I look at it, you know?
That's good.
Still me.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's the thing, isn't it? You never really change. You're still the same person that you've always been. And that's the part that actually frustrates me about why it's difficult. Because it's like, but I'm the same person that you've always known. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But I'm glad it was a good experience, and I'm glad that you were supported. That's the most important part. Okay, I've got one big question for you. If you were to vouch for another recruit right now, who would it be, and why?
It would be Frosty, Mr. Snowman, because he's been doing the most. He collaborates with a lot of the recruits, shows respect to each and every one of us, and he's just a stand-up guy. So I really do hope if he doesn't go as far as I want him to, I'm gonna be very upset and sad. So I vouch for Frost.
That's good. That's a wholesome choice. That is a wholesome choice, and one I can definitely respect. Okay, I want to quickly have a look down that right-hand column that says favorite. I want to see what you've got. Eevee, obviously it's a top-tier choice. Everybody likes Eevee, as you can probably see. Actually, I'm not sure you can, but behind me, like kind of up on the top of my shelves, I've got a bunch of sleeping evolutions. It's one of those ones. You just gotta love it.
Nice.
Ampharos. What made you pick Ampharos?
So Ampharos was like when I played Quackle. Ampharos was one of my first. Ampharos was one of my first Pokemon that I got to level 100.
Yeah.
So I just love its design, and as you can tell, if you look, I like its Mega Form as well.
It's got PC Master Race glorious hair.
It's just really good, you know. So yeah.
It's good. That's actually good. That's a good reason. So we've got Delcatty. Much of a reasoning behind that, or is it just because it's a really cute as heck design?
And okay, actually, because of the anime, because May Hacker C.
Yeah.
And I really liked how it used what's the move? Not copycat, but assist.
Assist is yeah.
Yeah, and I just liked it, and I also love just Moonstone evolution. So I think they're really interesting.
Cool. Glaceon, I think, is a given. You've already said that you're a big fan of ice types, and if you like Eevee and its evolutions, then
yeah, I love evolutions. Glaceon is very defensive, not very defensive. Pokemon, as I said before, has types that suck in the defensive department. But this is a really cool Pokemon. How do you not like Glaceon?
Yep, I completely agree. Glaceon on that entire row would have been my choice as well, because it's adorable. It's an absolute glass cannon of a Pokemon, and honestly, I actually really like the. And this is going to sound really sort of lame, but I really like its cry. Like its actual sort of when it pops out that Pokeball and lets out its cry. It's like it's a nice. It gives me a nice feeling. It makes me literally go, oh, I've got my Glaceon, and then that's it. Okay, so what have we got? Crocodile?
Yes, Crocodile. Crocodile because its base stats are so good and it's just a solid Pokemon. And it has sunglasses, so like it looks cool. While winning for you, you know?
Yep, it definitely oozes cool, doesn't it? Somebody needs to give that thing a guitar. Mega Ampharos, kind of a given, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
As you said, good gamer here, yeah.
Yep. And Alolan Ninetales, because ice type, I'm assuming, and it's gorgeous.
It's so pretty, and I love Ninetales, like the Cantonian form, like its first form. I love Ninetales. More than I love Growlithe and Arcanine.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are gonna be really upset that I pick Ninetales over Arcanine, but
I pick Ninetales over Arcanine.
It's a snowy fox, like it's just, and Ice and Fairy just a really beast of a combination.
Yep. It's good. It's really good. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Frye, it's been amazing having you here. I've really enjoyed this, and I've gotten to know you an awful lot more. And honestly, some of the stuff you've said has really, really hit home, and I have mad respect for you.
I really appreciate it. I also have really mad respect for you as well, and I'm really excited that you picked me as like a people you wanted to do a Pokemon thing with. I was really excited, and this was fun.
Good. I'm really glad actually, Joe. I'm really glad that I was the person that got you to do your first piece of Pokemon content creation, and I will send you some links. I will send you some links to like a little bit later on to other things like this that you can use to create your own like Pokemon content creation without the use of a capture card. So if you would have that, then I will happily send you some of that stuff if you want to.
I would so want to, man. Like,
cool.
Yes.
I will get you some of that literally as soon as I can. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. This has been Ninja Frye.
Bye. Hi guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was so much fun.
I'm really glad to have gotten you on here. So thank you so much again.